Alright fellas, what's going on? Denonu here, the man with the biggest and the most blackest privilege on YouTube. And in this video here, I just wanted to give my thoughts on the recent news that's going around. Well, it's not recent anymore, but I'm like a week and a half old with this. But I see a lot of channels on YouTube, they're doing their own thing as far as talking about the hashtag YouTube is over, scene and everything like that, and how YouTube supposedly changed their terms of service. A lot of people are talking about it, saying that YouTube is not going to be monetizing none of their videos, yada yada yada, and it's pretty much going downhill, and it's Armageddon on the internet and things like that. And basically, people aren't just going to be making money off of their content, so to speak. And just wanted to give my 2 cents on it. Not for really no other reason, but I needed something to talk about, and this is current news, and I see everybody and their mother doing it, so I figured why not jump in and weigh with my thoughts here. But so far, I don't see a problem with it. A lot of people are talking about, oh, YouTube is breaking the freedom of speech. They're doing this, they're doing that, and maybe this is coming from people who, let's say, don't know what the freedom of speech is, or maybe they're just misinformed, they're just going on by what other people say. But the reason why I don't have a problem with whatever YouTube is doing is YouTube is a private company. They're allowed to do whatever the hell they want to do with their website. That's just the way it is. I know I said it in a commentary video like 2 or 3 years ago that I was like, the government could pass one law and let's say they make it so you make no money off of, like, gaming related content or any kind of copyrighted material, and this YouTube thing is over. I mean, it is what it is. By them being a private company, they can institute any kind of rules or legislation that they want, and they can choose to propagate the content that they want. It's I mean, yeah, it sucks for those people who don't make that particular white bread type content. Like for me, I don't make that, that typical stuff. But hey, if that's what YouTube wants to do, and let's say ad revenue companies don't want to put their product on a video that has cuss words or, has vulgar content, or that they perceive content that isn't, let's say, family friendly, they have the right to do that. I mean, look at television. You don't see advertisements in front of old school porno tapes. Why not? Because advertisements don't advertise the porno. They don't want their product to be associated with that type of content. It's the same thing that you find online. I can even say the same thing online. Look at like porno sites on the internet. All of their ads, for the most part, are either advertising other porno websites or stuff related to porn. That's just the way it is. Regular advertisers aren't gonna put their face on a product that they perceive isn't family friendly, because then people associate that product with that video or that website or that product. That's just the way it is. And I can't knock advertising companies for doing that. I can't knock YouTube for trying to be a little bit more. I'm not gonna say YouTube is family friendly, but as far as their corporate image, they try to maintain it as that. And I can't be mad at them for doing it. Like I said, it's their website. They can do anything that they want with it. Now, I do see how this is a slippery slope, because then who determines what's user friendly and what not? So you have to weigh the pros and cons, where it's like, okay, I can understand it, but at the same time, this is giving YouTube leeway to do anything that they want with their website. And like I said, they're perfectly within their rights to do that. And I think a lot of people who, let's say on YouTube, who put their, I'm not going to say their best foot forward, but people who try to make a living off of YouTube, I can't really be mad at them for doing that, but I think that they're stupid. I mean, there's no easy way to say it. If you choose to hedge your bets, so to speak, on YouTube to make money, to provide your, food and shelter for your family, you are stupid. That's just how I see it. You never want to put all your eggs in one basket. Let alone you really never want to put all your eggs in one basket that you don't control. Like a lot of people on YouTube, you have an online persona and then you have them in the real life. If you're somebody who, let's say, oh, I don't want to do nothing in real life, I just want to make YouTube content because that's what I want to do when I want to make money, that's fine. You know what happens to people who 9 times out of 10, or unless you're extremely lucky, or those people who want to do something with their life that they really enjoy, they're broke. They're poor. That's just the reality of it. You look at any kind of medium, let's say like artists, musicians, any kind of field where people love what they do like that, unless you're extremely lucky and fall into a job or a position that you extremely like, it is extremely hard to enjoy what you love doing without dealing with somebody else's bullshit. That's just life. I mean, it is what it is. You know, I don't want to have to go to work and do the shit I have to do, but guess what? I need to get money. It is, like I said, like I always say in every one of my videos, it is what it is. I mean, you can't change that. I mean, unless you are like super rich and don't have to work, or you don't have to, do something for somebody else. But that's, for like most of us, that's not the world that we live in. And with YouTube, it's the same way. I think this is going to be good for YouTube, however. If they do, what's the word? Like, if they do trim the fat, so to speak, I think a lot of people are going to jump ship. They're going to try to go to something else. But honestly, YouTube is the biggest streaming site going. Daily Motion, what's another one? Vimeo, I think, is one. All those other ones, they're nowhere near like YouTube. And I don't think that they're going to become big like YouTube either. YouTube is a medium by itself, and it's self-perpetuating at this point. They're too big to fail. That's like saying Google is going to go out of business. I doubt it anytime soon. It's just not going to happen. And yeah, people are going to jump ship. Maybe all of those people who was riding the wave of getting money on YouTube and doing all that, I think they're going to have to be taking a second look at their channels and at themselves and be like, you know what, maybe I got to do something else. It's like me, like I work as my primary job and do YouTube and gaming as like a passion or a hobby. That's just the way it is. Even if I was making money, like if I was, had like 10 million subs to my channel and was making thousands and thousands of dollars, guess what? I'm still not going to stop working. Because it's, like I said before, I mean, YouTube could crash tomorrow and everybody loses their content and then it's gone. Then what are you going to do to bring in income? So I understand YouTube for doing what they're doing, but honestly, people are going to jump ship and it's going to weed out those bullshit content creators. Those content creators who are only in it for the money, who make extremely bullshit content, that just pump out bullshit over and over and over again. They're going to jump ship because their heart's not in it anyway. So if YouTube continues this and let's say they don't backtrack on their decision to start not monetizing videos, then I think a lot of people are going to leave. And I think at the end of the day, YouTube is going to be better for it, honestly. Once you weed out all of those people who don't care about YouTube, their site, or their subs and all that, I think the community side of YouTube will be better. But at the same time, I think as YouTube gets to be more corporate, more of a bigger company, so to speak, then they have to go by the same rules that most companies do. And that's try to be more family friendly, trying to control your content a little bit more, trying to maintain their image. Because right now, YouTube is getting a lot of flack against their image right now with the whole CSGO thing. It seems like every 2 months somebody big is getting caught up in either some drama or some bullshit. And even though that kind of sort of promotes YouTube, but it's not promoting the good side of YouTube in their eyes. They're probably seeing all that, and it's like every time you see something go down, it's like big YouTuber something. So you're seeing YouTube first in like a negative light, and maybe they're higher ups over there at Google. Maybe they're just not feeling that, and it could just be that we need this change. I mean, like I said, this is gonna weed out all of those weaker YouTubers, and maybe the ones that are left are gonna be stronger for it. Maybe the community side of things will be a little bit better. But granted, I mean, we may have a little bit more restrictions. But, I mean, when it comes to advertisement, business, and money, I mean, you have to expect these kind of sort of things. These things happen with companies. Yeah, every small, and I'm not calling YouTube small, but let's say the ideas of YouTube back when they first started. When companies are small, they have a family-oriented mindset, but as they get bigger and better and work with other companies and do all that kind of sort of stuff, you have to change, and people have to change. The company has to change for the better, and this is one of the changes that I guess YouTube is, changing for the better or for the worse. I mean, I guess we're all gonna find out. But anyways, fellas, that's just been my comments on the whole issue. Let me know what your comments are down below. My name is Denonu, the man with the biggest and the most blackest privilege on YouTube, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.